are men of other races indeed treating them better?
So I spoke on that once,
I definitely think.
and it like Bean said, I'm actually the numbers guy. Bean calling himself the numbers guy. So I look at data like that, like you got to go into the minutia of it, right? So I'm like, well,
Yeah.
black men are also the most likely to be born out of wedlock. So they don't have an example of marriage at all. 70% of black men alive today were born to a single mother, father not in living with them in the household. So somebody who does not have an example of marriage is going to be the most susceptible to divorce. So, I looked at that stat like, yeah, that probably would do that. And then on the other
Mike,
end, this is
don't pivot, Mike. Finish the sentence, right? So if you acknowledge that, and so now he's at a deficit, right?
Mhm.
But then we'll use the fact that women are also growing up those things and not acknowledging it in regard to their behavior, their
Yeah.
lack thereof, their deficit. You see, so we're inconsistent with how we use that. You
But
know,
and
so we
then,
just gotta finish the sentence. You know,
and then see, somebody correct me. I could be completely wrong on this.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, every time somebody says white men that marry black women, they just say it like it's nothing. Like they don't marry the type of black woman that a white man marries is in short supply. So it's usually a very fit, friendly, feminine type of woman that might even come from a two-parent household herself. Because when people marry like that, and you see this on college campuses, they go to PWIs, they're around white men a lot, so they learn to like them. This is, you know what I mean? They took a liking to them over the years. So that's why I'm saying I'm not sure they're taking Keisha from the hood and making a lasting marriage out of that as much as we think.
So, may I?
But why did
real
you
quick,
go?
Tierney, because Mr. Let Go was gonna talk and then he stopped for a second.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
I
ahead,
Okay,
was,
Spirit,
go ahead,
answer.
Tierney. Go ahead. Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
white men love black women. You guys just don't see it because we don't date them. They desire us. Okay. And when they get us, they think we are the best thing that's ever happened to them. That's why it's hard for them to let us go. And because they fight for us, that's probably why a lot of women stay. Or what did you say that it's 40 times for them to stay married? Yeah. So please don't think that the Caucasian race don't want us.
Let me
I
ask her.
don't.
Let me ask her a question. I just want to. So now, Tyranny. Now, when you say that, now this stat is actually um uh applicable because of the sentiment you shared. Do you remember when they were saying black women and Asian men were the least desirable? Do you
Yeah.
remember when you heard that being said?
Hmm.
And so what it came from was social networks, right? Specifically, OK Cupid and Bumble, where women have to reply first.
Hmm.
And they pulled these numbers. But what they forgot to mention was that the people who they polled were 87% white. So when they polled the men and women from OkCupid, it was 87% white and Bumble, right? So
Hmm.
now when they voted, when it was 87% white people, black women were the least desirable in those polls. So what do you think about that?
I think it's a lie. I think you said something on paper so it don't trace back to you. But in reality, they
What do you
love
mean?
it. I mean, I'm saying, people do polls and they'll say what they're gonna say just to sound cool. Like, no offense,
Said
but
it's
Mr. Lego
anonymous.
seems like he's one of
Wait,
those.
isn't that what you're doing?
Okay. So,
You
so
said
wait,
it's
wait, wait, wait,
anonymous.
wait, wait,
Oh,
wait, guys, let me
You're
work
doing
it
the
and
same
y'all
thing.
can get back in. You're saying because it was faceless, they just said whatever?
yeah, they just saying what people want to hear.
Doesn't that actually work opposite? Because it's faceless, people more likely to tell the truth.
Nah, people come up in here, show
Right.
their faces, still lie. They don't mean what
I'm
they
not, I'm
say.
not, I'm not negating that. But when you take people, right, if they're
Mhm.
not implicated, right, they're more likely to tell you what they really feel because there is no backlash. When you show your face, it's actually the inverse. When you think about it logically, you see what I mean?
I just know what I
Can
see.
I
I know what I
can I say
see.
something?
They
Hold on, hold
want
on,
it.
hold on.
Tyranny.
Let me hold on,
Okay,
hold
go
on,
ahead.
hold on, Ms. Lego. Because I want to make sure that even if tyranny ignores and or disagrees with what I'm saying, I just want to make sure that the logic that I'm applying to the conversation is more realistic, right? If
Yeah,
they
but
don't know who you, I'm gonna finish it. If they don't know who you are, right? There is
mhm.
no backlash. People will tell you how they really feel. It's less likely if they know that there's going to be a residual effect from them saying what they want to say.
I understand.
Logically speaking,
You're
That's all I'm
saying
saying.
numbers. You seen a website and you went with that. I'm going off of the real world and experiencing that they want us in the real world. So I see your www.numbers, but at least down here in Texas, I don't know how it is everywhere
Okay,
else.
so you're saying anecdotally, white men have desired you.
Oh, they desire us. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, but
So
it would be anecdotal because you only know but so many black women, right? So
I
it'd
know
be
a
a
lot
small,
of. I know a lot of
but
black
but it
women.
would be a small number relative to the entire world, the entire United
I
States, right?
real
disagree.
quick, MLG. So it's a
Okay.
misconception.
Last
Go
thing.
ahead.
Are you saying that your sample size is larger than that of a social website that is a dating website?
How many people voted? Does it show that number?
More than 10,000 people. Do
Okay,
you know 10,000 women?
I know 9,348.
All right.
All right, now we
Okay.
go to Trigger
Go
Mike.
ahead,
Go ahead.
Mr. Lego. I'm done.
No, go ahead, Trigger Mike.
So Tyranny, you said it's a lie. I want to kind of use the word misconception because both of y'all are kind of like teetering on it right now. So the desirability, remember, I just have to say this plainly: women are historically bad on differentiating romantic attention from sexual attention. Y'all are historically bad at that. That's all y'all complain about on the internet. Why did he waste my time? He was never romantically interested. White men are sexually interested in black women. That's why we know now that the corn industry and OnlyFans is mostly white men users, married white men at that. The number one category, I think I read something, there's big bubble ghetto asses, something crazy like that. So we have to assume that's mostly white men doing that. So if it's sexual in nature, black women are preferred. But if it's romantic in nature, you are not. So that's the difference.
I
You know
don't
what I mean?
think that's it, man. I think this
Oh,
is a lot of hyperbole, bro.
I need to say this. Tyranny, bless your little heart. You're hilarious. You literally
you.
did exact like you did. Hamp gave actual figures and statistics, and you turn around and say, "But well, my three friends, white, white men love us," and I'm like, okay. So look, here's the actual thing about black women. All right, y'all are the most beautiful humans on the entire planet.
Mhm.
Literally, your skin tone, your body, everything. But up here, due to the trauma that the
Lack of father.
majority cannot finish.
Yeah, you can finish. I never said. I was just saying the lack of
Due-
father. I was helping you out.
oh, okay. Due to the majority of the trauma that y'all been through, and y'all been through different traumas than us.
I'm
Most y'all got R worded and M worded. It has like socially messed y'all up, and y'all have issues regulating your emotions. And because y'all are black, just like we are black, we have anger problems. That's why a lot of us are in prison, because we have anger problems. But y'all got anger problems. Y'all don't go to prison. So all y'all ass is out in the world with y'all anger problems, because we in prison with our anger problems, and y'all out here. And then the white dude to be like, man, she's beautiful. And he'll get with you and be like, yo, what the hell? And he'll get rid of you. So they don't want you. They enjoy looking at you. But once they get around you and start seeing your intolerable nature, they get rid of you.
Can I reply? So I'm gonna be honest. You're following, and no disrespect. This is just the knowledge and the wisdom that I've learned. You're following the LGBTQ agenda. You are telling men to go against women. Your rhetoric, your preaching, your gospel is literally anti woman. You don't speak any positivity about women, how soft we are, how loving we are, how nurturing we really are. It's always don't be with us, don't like us, don't love us. Secondly, you said we have trauma because we were R worded. Well, who R worded us, Mr. Lego?
Black men.
Men.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put a color to it. Men.
Black men.
Okay.
Black men.
When you hear those girls speaking the way that they're speaking, it's because they're speaking out of hurt. Okay. So I feel like if you guys stop judging, oh, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, and then just get to learn your woman, the one that God gave to Adam, Eve, you know what I'm saying? Then I think we'll be
Don't use her. You know what she brought upon us?
Y'all, everybody's
But
tempted.
tyranny, Eve was doing stupid shit too.
Who said that? Who said that?
What are you talking about? She was on stupid shit.
That's disrespectful.
Adam and God got into a whole argument about this broad. What are you talking about?
That's disrespectful. She is Mother Eve.
What are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
You've never heard of God getting into an argument with a fucking person until both of them looking at her dumb ass eating damn apple. They like, yo, what is you doing? You made her. What are you doing? You came from my rib. They like, no, it's your fault. It's your fault.
Didn't you just say you having sex before marriage? Wait, hold on. You just wanted to talk, Medea? Hold on. Didn't you just say that you go and have sex before marriage? How dare you judge her? You did the same thing she did. Versus judging, understanding works better. That's what I'm saying. Y'all talking down on people, that don't change nothing. It doesn't work.
This is why HAMP wants to stay away from this conversation, right? Because it starts getting to the point where people start saying how they feel and not what it really is.
She made a mistake.
I get it.
Are going crazy.
I'm gonna pull it back away. Pause. But
I apologize.
My point is this. Okay. Well, let me go to your point. You can have your own perception of me, but it's just the black women are either better than and smarter than black men, or they're victims of black men. And Tuesday, they're the most smartest, most educated, most intelligent people on the planet. But come Wednesday, they're victims of black men, and we're victims in this because of you. We can't get this because of men. But y'all are better than men, and y'all are, if it wasn't for y'all wouldn't be here because we birthed y'all. But come Sunday, it's always, oh my God, men. And this is what you just did. You just sat there and said, Mr. Let Go, you hate women. Mr. Let Go, you do this. I literally said I would not be on a panel if it wasn't women on here. I literally said black women are the most beautiful humans on the entire planet, and I can keep going on and on.
Okay,
absolutely. As the Bible instructs us,
just like the Caucasians do. So what? So
and then Tyranny, you're interrupting me. And then Tyranny, I literally said, because of your trauma and our trauma. So that means I hate men too, because I said both. I said we both, as black people, have anger problems. We go to prison. Y'all don't. I literally said we all have anger problems. So I must hate men too, right?
No, you don't hate men. It's you know a man by the fruit of his tree.
I said
your tree speaks highly of men. I didn't know we was taking a shot tonight. Dang, I would have took one too.
Say something real quick because I don't want to cut off your argument, but I just want to get it out. I swear it's 10 seconds. James, I don't like you because you can grow a beard and I can't. But I want to say the one thing. I want to say the one thing that I disagree with you on is the fact that. And if I'm misquoting you, I apologize. I've been drinking. Okay, so I think secretly, though it may apply to the majority, secretly, black women actually do find white men attractive. I'm talking Leo. I'm talking Clooney. I'm talking, this is Sparta. That motherfucker in my shower right now. Can't stand this is Sparta because of her. Right? They actually do find those men attractive. They just don't be want to really say it out loud at the Thanksgiving dinner, right? Or at the barbecue cookout, right? They cookout. They don't really want to say it out loud. But I think they really do like white men and find them more attractive than they're willing to admit. And if white men were seeking them for marriage more so, I think you'd see a spike. I would argue maybe I would argue 20%. You would see a 20% spike in marriages of black women to white men if white men pursued them more.
James,
I would say,
I'm listening to what he's saying, right?
Mm-hmm.
Black people's disposition changes every time a white person gets on the panel. We see black men and women responding, comporting themselves differently every time a white person gets on the panel. there's something there. There's something to it. So I'm just considering what he's saying.
Yeah, I think most of that is because they don't want to embarrass their race. So a lot of times when we're around those people, right? You know how you on the phone, you talk to your friend, you got the ghetto voice, whatever, blah blah blah, and then once you like at work, you know what I mean, you talk a certain way. So it's kind of like since we work for them mostly, like we don't have our own business, we don't have our own communities like that we can go to and say fuck them. We have to act a certain way around them, and we just get used to doing it. And I think a lot of times they just doing it, and they don't even much know that they are actually are doing it.
So
I
If
agree.
they actually like those type of white men, the
Mhm.
nerdy guys will be getting all the attention right now, right? Because a lot of the nerdy guys that they call that they don't like, they act like the white boys. You know what I'm saying? They into the comic books and all that type of stuff, whatever, right? So if they was so attracted to those white men, those certain black men wouldn't have to go date the white women because they saying the black women don't fuck with them. You know, so
Well, it's about visuals though, right? Like I always said, I've never been with a white woman before, right? But if I did, I want her to be white. I don't want her to be Tyranny or Lexus or Saw, right? I want her to come to me straight up, Becky. Hi, babe. How was your day? Right? I want her to be that. I want the chicken to have nothing but salt on it. Like I want it. I want her to be white, white, white. I don't want her to be, whatever. So I
no, it
think
made me
that
throw up.
Mm-hmm.
he said it, not me. But I'm just saying though, like, so I think that's really what it is that for the sisters, particularly those who grew up with the visual of, Mobb Deep and Young Thug and Drake and, all of this other stuff, right now, if you got a beard, you winning. If you got dreadlocks, you winning, right? So I'm just saying, if for the sisters, yeah, they kind of like create these archetypes. And so as a black man, if you don't fit their archetype, it's probably, what's going on with you, right? I saw a TikTok earlier where a girl said she told a dude, "You're too nice," right? It was on one of them pop the balloon joints. So I'm just saying, like, but if it was a white boy, she probably wouldn't have said that, right? But that's because our visuals of these two demographics are absolutely different. I don't want no white chick coming to me like, "What's good, son? Word of life, done you good?" Nah, I mean, what the drilly with that though? Like, I'm gonna be like, kill yourself. Like, I'm not gonna want to deal with that, right? So I'm just saying, I kind of understand why black women are sometimes dismissive of the nerd black guys.
Yeah, but that also means they won't like. There's two. I mean, black and white. It's funny. I just watched something the other day. The white chick said she didn't want to say I like black dudes, but she described the opposite of her.
Right.
So she basically said I like black guys, but we're too culturally different. It's funny that the colloquial term is black and white. Those are, I guess, opposite things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that's why I said when it comes to desirability, I don't think anywhere near the amount of women we think black women are attracted to white men because we're too culturally different. What they like, what I mean? What there's not enough white men. I get what you're saying. A white dude could have a nice physique.
Give me a percentage, Greg.
No, Beans, don't even go there.
I want to.
Now, culturally different, like about what they have affinity for, right? So now Beans said, because he described his baby boy, about what baby boy is into, his disposition, how he, his countenance, and etc.
Mm-hmm.
So Beans said Beans. What did you say? I don't want to missay it.
Don't date black women.
Yeah, I guess that's what you basically
I said try to find you a first generation Latina.
Because he was just describing his son, and I'm not trying to talk down about baby boy, but he's like an anime, like into that type of stuff.
That part. Right? Yeah. He's kind of like
so he was saying
he's a gamer.
Yeah, he's a gamer. So he said, no, for you, based on your countenance and disposition, you should date a Latina woman, and they didn't much like that. If it's about how you identify, that was his recommendation.
Mm-hmm.
May I ask why?
That was
because
tú sabes español is better. Do you think they're off brand of us too?
No, I'm saying, but it's particular though, right? So like,
You speak
if
Spanish?
for
Why you say
me,
it?
right,
Black
my
girls are
lady,
mean. Beans. Say it.
my
You're
lady
mean.
who just stepped out the shower, right? She black as me, right? But I'm the archetype. I'm a whole thug.
Damn.
Right?
True.
Like
Baby.
you
Yeah.
see me, look at me. Do I look like I'm smart? Hell no, even though I am, right? But I don't present that. That's not what I lead with. I lead with I crack you upside your forehead, right?
Oh my God.
So, but for my son, who's a cross training, shoe wearing, high water sock wearing, jogging pants up to it, pulled up to his knees, gamer lifestyle, Twitch boy, like he's not that at all. He don't even know this music that these people listening to, right? So he's not going. All he's gonna get by pursuing and also this tyranny. He lives with his heart on his sleeve. So by pursuing these kind of women, there's only one thing left for him, and that's heartbreak. So to avoid that, I'm like, yo, deal with these women because these women are more acceptable of whatever it is that you bring into the table because they just trying to find love.
Hispanic
He
women.
gonna get
We're still talking
his
about.
heart is gonna be broken either way.
Ladies, because it
Hold
sounds
on,
really bad.
hold on.
Because he's
Y'all
talking.
got let the women talk. Let the women
Yeah,
respond to
I was
it.
about to say,
Hold on, real quick, Kevin. Hold on, real quick. So drop your location. You're not gonna say out loud that my son gonna be heartbroken and think you.
I'm just saying because Beans, my daughter is the same way. Like she's
Right.
in band. She's not alternative, but like she's just unique, you know?
Right.
And
Yeah.
And it's
any
like
little-
I'm still not telling her to go and date out because you're not gonna find nobody because of your quirkiness. Like, no, it may be hard, but those people are out there. Like, I feel like that should be the message. But just to
easier
say,
for her.
I feel
She
like
is a
that is a
woman.
cop out.
But she's a woman.
A woman,
So it'd
thank
be
you.
Easier for her.
I understand that, but still, as a man, you need to just teach him the confidence of just living in his truth, so he can find people in his and that's into that. Like it's black people out there that's just like him. Like I hate when
That's
y'all
true.
paint
That's
this
true.
narrative that
So-
they aren't.
But
Yeah.
the narrative exists. It really exists, and we got to talk about it. Because I
They
know
have,
it
they
hold
have
on,
anime
Mike.
conventions for these people.
Let
like
Lex
what?
go. And then let Guy
Oh,
go.
that's
I was trying
true.
to be
That's true,
so
Sarge. That's true.
patient over here. Nah, but I'm saying like we dismissing and so I love you, but we dismissing the fact that first of all, what he should be teaching his son is what he should be teaching his son. Like, because we don't want nobody saying like as a woman you should be teaching, so we getting our feelings about that sometimes.
I mean, I'm not getting into my feelings about anything. I said it how I said it, but Beans ain't take it personal. The moral of my story is I'm never going to tell my black son nor daughter the first message is to go date outside. Like, no, I'm not with it.
Right.
Like, that's never going to be my spill.
That's you,
I
but
understand that. And
I think
on
what he
this
said
platform,
means something. I think what he said means something. As
I
far as
understand it does, but I'm just saying. Everybody speaks their opinion, and that was my opinion. It's not up for a debate.
Yeah.
no, I wasn't saying it was a debate.
Mike,
I'm just
Mike,
bringing
come
it because Tyranny wasn't here. Me and you have been on here, and we've heard Beans give his explanation. And I wanted to make sure that the explanation for the person that wasn't here was understood. That what they're saying is correct. We having daughters. It's going to be easy for them to get with men, even if they are that quirky type of way. For men, black men specifically, being that quirky type of way, they attract a certain female, and it's usually Hispanics or white girls because they're into that same type of stuff, even in the dress style that he mentioned.
And what I'm saying too is that I don't care. It's a cop out because there are African American females coming up, especially that love that shit. So no,
Yeah,
I'm not pushing that narrative that they just gotta go over there because it's convenient. You don't want to get your heart broken. No. I understand. I understand where he's coming from. I'm just letting him know I don't fuck with it.
Yeah,
that's fine. Tierney, did you hear what it was? That's what he's saying. But I mean, at the same time, he with a black woman. So him saying that was based off of this premise. He's not saying like all of them, because we know it's some Hispanic females that are not like that. that don't like anime and all that other stuff. But I mean, it would be easier than a black girl. I mean,
Who? A Hispanic girl? Are we
it's
saying
going to be
this?
Hispanic. It's going to be Hispanic or a white girl. It's going to be Hispanic or white girl.
Okay, white women will tell you to go F yourself. They know good. And then Hispanic women will say, cállate tu pinche boca. They know different. They're crazy. They're females. I don't think.
But he didn't say
So
anything
what
about
race of
that.
woman should we be with, Tyranny?
Yours.
So
No.
Exactly.
Hold on. If keyword if Hispanic women are like this, white women are like this, and black women are like this, according to what you're saying,
We're all
like
the same.
would you want to be with a person that acts like that? Like what woman doesn't act like that? That's all I'm asking.
Exactly. No woman acts like that. So figure us out. Crack the code.
Wait, what? You just said Latino women. You want to be with Latino women? She did it. Huh?
I wanted to say to Beans that
Oh, I'm trying to get an understanding.
I
Tyranny?
just been trying to say the same thing for like 5 minutes.
I just don't understand.
It's crazy how we do
this.
this.
That women be acting like this, and then you wonder why men don't want to be with certain
When's the
women.
last time?
Why do y'all act like that?
Have you ever been in love?
Absolutely.
And do you know how good it feels?
Absolutely.
So why would I talk you out of being in love again? It's a beautiful feeling.
That's a fact.
But that's the point, though, Tyranny. That is the actual
Not
point.
with the Caucasian or the Hispanic.
No, so
out
it's
of
crazy
love.
how when we get to the experience of black boys,
Mhm.
all of a sudden it's like immediately discredited. Right?
Yeah.
We really need to get some nerds up here because I understand the feeling that it gives y'all as black women. I want to be cognizant of that, but this is the experience of black boys. It's nothing to be
Right.
played with, right?
But
So this is as some I'm not gonna call myself a nerd because I wasn't all that smart, but I was somebody whose parents didn't buy him the right sneakers for a long time. So y'all get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Talk your shit. Talk your
Y'all get
shit.
what I'm saying? So look at this. I don't want it to sound crazy, but black girls, especially in middle and high school, y'all have the most difficult barriers to entry. That's what he's basically saying. Y'all are the hardest to interact with. And all black boys, they love you first. You look just like their mama. You look just like all the girls they lusted after on television, right? They love you first. So it hurts the worst when we get dissed by y'all when we're young. All right, so hold on. When I was younger, I had like white people and Filipino in my school and black. White girls, easy to talk to based on my personality. Filipino girls, easy to talk to based on my personality. It was a bigger barrier to entry. I had to be wearing the right shit or had the right haircut to talk to the black girl. So this is what took me into college, right? I had to create a whole persona. I had to wear the right shit, get my hair cut every 2 weeks, get an edge up every week, wear both earrings, make like all that type of shit. Then black girls started feeling me like that. Right. So this is the experience of black boys.
Absolutely.
All right. And by telling Beans not to tell his son to go elsewhere, do you know what? I made it up out of that. My confidence survived. You know how many black boys' confidence didn't survive that?
Right.
Especially in this day age in the social media.
How they even, like that's what I'm saying.
No,
How they gonna
that
get
deserves
to
a good a proper response. That deserves a proper. I want to hear somebody retort that effectively.
You're a traitor.
Lady?
Not retort. Not
You're a
retort.
traitor. There we go.
Well,
Traitor.
Well,
I
you're a
think
traitor.
That's a little
So
bit.
if somebody sees a better option, that person is a
What do
traitor.
you mean?
It's one thing to try it out. It's another thing to say this is what I want. And Bees is saying this is what I want. I'm not talking about try it out in the salsa dip. Sure, you know what I'm saying. Try some mayonnaise, but do not leave.
Have
No
you,
strings.
Tyranny? Have you dated?
No, I don't want to ask about my personal life. I'm just saying.
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. Have you dated like Latinos or anything?
See this. You see my children? They're mixed, right? But I didn't stay over there. Fuck, I look like.
I don't know. I'm asking because I
Wait,
like.
what?
Have you?
You didn't stay over. What?
No,
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
Your kids are Latino though. Or their father
That's
is.
why you doing that shit. Okay.
I have
I'm
two.
begging y'all, please. Let's not do this.
Yeah,
Let's
let's
not
not
do
do
this tyranny, right? I'm saying this.
I'm just trying to. Well, here's what I'm doing. I'm trying to just understand the disposition behind the traitor part, right? Because traitor
Right.
is equally as egregious, you know. So I'm trying to understand what does a traitor look like, you know.
A divester, someone that stays over there.
Right.
Okay, with the Hispanic or which side?
Come on.
So
I'm
what?
begging y'all, please
Yeah,
don't.
I tried it. Do you not hear what I'm saying? I'm not
You
contradicting.
bragging about I didn't
I'm
stay
not
over there.
bragging.
Like
I'm
it was an
just
intention
saying.
to not stay over there.
Because
Wait a second.
for what? Stay over there for what?
You gave that other side the best
That
part.
doesn't. That's not your. That doesn't matter.
Oh my
I'm
God.
saying stay over. Yeah, you know what? If you don't understand, there's
So
no point of me repeating
we
it.
understand. No, so here let me baseline it right because I don't want it to get the arc to be, so simply put, right? Having kids, right? There's going to be a segment of people who are going to be like, well, you stayed over there just because your kids are Latino. You're saying I had the kids, I recognize why I shouldn't be over there. I removed myself and married a black man. That's what you're saying. So there are going to be people on either side of that. I don't know what percentage that are going to say, "Hey, kids, too late to leave," and you saying I left and now I'm here.
No,
I'm
DJ,
telling you, Terry, listen to
Mhm.
me. I'm just telling you what the sides of the coins. That's all
Right.
I'm saying.
Understood. But that's how
But
a lot
then
of
she
women stay in
also
abusive
mentioned she's a
relationships.
Gemini, but she's talking about God at the same time.
Right.
You're
Right. So this
already
is what I want
looking.
to say. This is why a lot of women stay in abusive relationships because of that mentality, and that's why I stayed a little bit longer because I got kids and I want to make the family right. And if he's not loving you like Christ loved the church,
Girl, stop.
stop talking because I'm not done. Thank you. If he's not loving you like Christ loved the church, there are certain things that you can leave the marriage. Once you learn what you did wrong, get back on the right track. That's what's so beautiful about repentance. Don't try to judge me, baby girl, because ain't nothing to judge me. I love my life. Nothing you can say that's gonna make me feel no type of way. So hold your breath. But DJ, I appreciate you having me up. Thank y'all. Stay black. Love y'all. Bye.
What?
Salute to you, Tyranny. But I want to say this really
What?
quick. Hold on, y'all, please.
The
No,
fuck? That's
Let me say this really quickly,
let me
please.
say this. Let me say this real quick, Beans. You can have it. And Aaron was trying to say something. She had put 15 minutes ago that she had to leave at 10. Right. So that wasn't even that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
As a married woman, she had to get out of here. I'm
Yeah.
proud of
And
you,
then
Tyranny.
Beans, make your point, and I want to get because Aaron tried to chime and then he chilled for a second. So.